Welcome to Empowering the Educator Within, a podcast where we unpack ideas, strategies, and tools that help educators lead with confidence, clarity, and care. I'm Christina, and today we're diving into something foundational. Literally. We're talking about educational frameworks, what they are, why they matter, and how they can shape the culture and success of your entire school. So let's get into it. Let's start with a definition. According to the Canadian Oxford Dictionary, a framework is an essential supporting structure or a basic system. And when we think about this in the context of schools, it's exactly that. A framework is the core structure that holds everything else together. But here's the key. A framework isn't something you download or copy from another school. It's not a template. It's tailor-made. A school's framework should reflect its vision, its values, its students, and its curriculums. It's like the architectural blueprint of a school's educational philosophy. Now let's talk about why a framework really matters, because the impact is bigger than you might think. At its core, a framework fosters a cohesive teaching and learning culture. When everyone, teachers, coordinators, administrators, is working from the same foundation, the school starts to function as a unified system rather than a collection of isolated parts. There's a shared language, a shared direction, and a shared understanding of what good learning looks like. For school leaders, a well-structured framework offers a clear bird's-eye view of the entire curriculum. You can trace the journey from early years through to high school and see where things align, where they build on one another, and where there might be gaps or overlaps. That kind of perspective isn't just helpful, it's essential for long-term planning and meaningful curriculum development. It also encourages collaboration. Teachers often work in silos, especially in larger schools. But when a framework is in place, it makes it visible how educators are connected. A science teacher can see how their work supports what's happening in language arts. An art teacher can see where their projects tie into broader themes in social studies. This interconnectedness invites conversations and shared planning in a way that feels organic and empowering. And then there's the broader community. Parents often want to understand how and why their children are being taught a certain way. A framework becomes a powerful communication tool, a visual and a conceptual map that articulates the school's vision in a way that's accessible to families and stakeholders. It brings transparency, which builds trust. Ultimately, the real power of a framework lies in its ability to unify. It aligns people, programs, and practices. And when that alignment is strong, student learning becomes deeper and more coherent. For students, a clear framework brings cohesion to their learning experience. They can begin to see how different subjects and classes relate to one another. That kind of connection deepens understanding and transforms learning from a set of disjointed tasks into a meaningful journey. For staff, especially in international schools where turnover can be high, the framework becomes a touchstone. New teachers walk in and immediately have a visual map. Here's how I fit in. Here's where we're going. And here's something that often goes unnoticed. A good framework allows for differentiated planning. Each department has its own unique rhythms and needs, and a strong framework honors that. While it provides a shared direction, it also allows for flexibility in how different teams get there. If you're working in a dual language or multilingual school, frameworks become even more essential. They act as bridges between streams and curriculums, ensuring alignment without enforcing uniformity. They give visibility to how language programs and subject areas support each other. In a multicultural, multilingual environment, having that kind of clarity and coordination is incredibly powerful. It supports not only academic coherence, but also cultural inclusivity. Let's think about it this way. Would you ever build your dream home without first installing the frame that holds the walls in place? Of course not. The same principle applies in education. A school without a framework risks being inconsistent, disconnected, and reactive. A school with a framework? It's purposeful, strategic, and unified, even in diversity. Thanks for tuning in to Empowering the Educator Within. If you found today's episode helpful, be sure to check out the education blog at shallowbooks.com, where you'll find more articles like this one. Until next time, keep teaching with heart and leading with vision. I'm Christina, and this has been Empowering the Educator Within.